Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of my first blind playthrough of the game CUPHEAD. We pick up from where we left off after defeating everything in INKWELL Isle 2. This video covers the fights with bosses of INKWELL Isle 3 where I get a grade of A- or higher. I will explain the fight and give a few tips on the bosses and their specific phases which might be helpful as we go through the game. Feel free to skip to the bosses you want to see from the timestamps. This video can also serve as a guide to get a mayor trophy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member as well.
Good day for us. Well, it's on.
For phase 1, you only need to worry about the barrel slam from the top and the bullets from the pirate's gun. Most of the bullets coming out of the gun throughout the fight are pink and thus can be parried to fill up your super. For the second phase, the boss starts whistling every few seconds and one of the three things happen. You would either see a telescope next to the boat, which indicates fish are going to leap to the platform and try and get to you. If you see a shark going to the left in the sea, it will attack you on the platform from the left side. If you don't see either of the two, a creature will appear around the platform that can be quickly killed. If you don't kill it, it will spill oil and darken up the place. This mechanic stays throughout the fight till the end of phase 3. In phase 3, all the previous mechanics exist and you need to deal with the ship spitting out balls at you periodically. In phase 4, all the pirate mechanics except for the barrel drop disappear and you need to be careful of the rotating projectile that the ship shoots at you. The second ability that it does is a beam. You need to crouch down to avoid that.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes.
For phase 1, the mini-boss will fly around the area and occasionally set off bombs. I made sure I got my parries done in this phase. If you are to the left of the bomb, the pink shrapnel will come from the center. If you are on the right, the pink shrapnel will go towards the top. Just need to attack the mini boss to get to phase 2. Phase 2 is a bit tricky to deal with. 3 types of abilities the boss does. If the bee appears on the left or right side of the room, she can either spawn 2 balls, one at a time, to try and damage you, or can spawn a dark triangle structure that shoots from the corners. Move away from these as soon as you see them spawn. If the bee comes in the middle, she will shoot Pac-Man-like bullet alternating the left and the right side that travel upwards. Prepare to fall down or jump up to dodge these. The phase changes when she appears in the middle holding a book. For phase 3, I used the lobber. The boss can do 2 things. She can attack you with a saw from either of her hands, or she's going to throw out boxer hands at you alternating from the left and the right side. If she's going to use the saw, she will move to either left or the right side. That's an indication that you need to move to the other side.
This match will get red hot. Now go!
In phase 1, the boss is trying to attack you from 3 areas: the satellite on the head, the hole in the chest, and from the vents in the stomach. My strategy was to try and be in a straight line when the satellite is about to attack so that I have enough area to move around for the other 2 attacks. Priority was to take out the stomach vents, followed by the satellite and then the chest. Once you take out the chest, a heart pops out that needs to be taken down to progress to the next phase. Make sure you keep killing the bombs coming out of the stomach vents at a distance once you destroy it. For phase 2, you just need to dodge the projectile of the boss and then kill the bombs. My target was to land a bomb on the projectile every time it goes from left to right. Do not let the bombs get too close to you. Phase 3 is a focus dodge phase. You need to dodge projectiles from the boss while keeping in mind the vertical hurdles that come in the way. Just use the simple gun and keep it pressed. Only focus on dodging.
Good day for a swell battle. Now go!
For phase 1, you generally need to deal with two abilities together. I will mention the ones that were troubling me the most. The boss will occasionally shout and 3 ghosts-like figures will appear to attack you 3 times. You need to dodge them by moving quick once they head towards you. This can get a little tricky when there is another ability going on. The second ability which troubled me is the water sprout ability. A creature will appear at the bottom and shoot water upwards and try to lock you at the top of the screen. This can be dodged by going front and back but becomes tricky with a few other abilities like the boss shout, electric eel or the shooting fish. In phase 2, the safe spot from the stone gaze is at the top of the boss's head. Be careful of staying there too long if the serpents are throwing stones at you. The gaze is periodic, so try to get to safe spot after dodging the stones. In phase 3, there is not much to dodge, but you need to be careful of the gaze which will turn you to stone. Always try to be in a position where you will be safe if you turn to stone for a couple of seconds. It may be possible to dodge the stone gaze by moving up or down, but I did not try it.
This match will get red hot. You're up!
The trick I used for this boss in phase 1 and 2 was to stay close to it. The only reason I prolonged phase 1 was to get my parries done. Once they are done, it's easier to dodge all abilities when you're close to her. For phase 2, you only need to move out when she makes rats come out of her umbrella or if a milk bottle is going to get dropped on you. I got rid of phase 3 pretty quickly by attacking her from below. Be careful of a guy coming in from the left or from the bolts dropping in from the top. For phase 4, you need to be careful of two things: the constant chase of the umbrella and the boss dropping things from the top. I felt this was one of the easier fights of aisle 3.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
For this boss, my priority was to get the parries done in phase 1. The boss will launch bombs which explode on impact and send shockwaves of fire across the floor. Dodge these by jumping over them. He would also throw out trash in this phase which contains of pink stuff coming out. I prioritize parrying these to fill up the super meter and get my parries done. He would also throw out 2 pink traps on the floor before rushing into you. I just use my dash, but you can also use those to jump over the boss. I saved my super for phase 2. Prioritize watching the movement of the caps on the left and the right side. Always be on the platform the boss is not on and switch sides if you see a cap coming in. Two things are going on initially in phase 3. The cat is trying to reach you from the left or the right, and stuff is dropping from the top. Make sure you are on the other side of where the cat is trying to reach you from. Once the ghosts appear, they will throw pink balls at you which can be parried. If they are not parried, they split up on impact and go across the floor. Be careful and dodge these.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
For phase 1, focus on attacking the boss and dodging or destroying the balls. The disruptive mechanics throughout phase 1 and 2 are birds flying in and dropping pink bricks on the pink levers to move your cart. You need to be either ready for the cart movement or parry the bricks. For phase 2, you need to attack the skull head while avoiding the hand slams. This only becomes a problem when the birds coming drop bricks and push you left or right when you don't want them to. For phase 3, you need to focus on taking down the 2 heads. One of these heads will periodically try to throw electricity at you. You need to move the cart in the opposite direction to avoid this. The disruptive mechanic you need to watch out for are the ghosts. You need to kill them and be mindful of the pink residue which falls when you kill them. If this falls on either of the pink levers on the cart will move. In phase 4, you need to parry the pink button to open up the train's heart whenever it's shut down. Keep dodging the flames and the occasional ring the boss throws at you. Hope you enjoyed part 3 and boss guides of my blind playthrough of Cuphead. Please subscribe and push the bell icon to get notification of the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.